Well, hi guys. It is the night before my surgery. I have until midnight to eat tonight, and my husband wants to take me out for my last supper, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Just wanted to touch bases with everyone and just tell them, you know, I can't tell you how much that having a big support system helps. I had several churches pray for me, numerous well wishes, and the only way that you're going to get the support is to get it out there. So if you're afraid, which that's the biggest part of this journey, is the waiting. So again, I am having, it sounds like a full parotidectomy, however you say it. It is behind my right ear. Like I said, you literally cannot see it. I can feel it coming out where my earring would go. The mass so far was benign, but obviously you don't really know until the full pathology is sent in. And I had 4 other doctors claim that it was a cyst, and just to keep an eye on it. And switching areas, went to a dermatologist where I live, and the dermatologist was like, I just said, oh, can you just kind of get rid of it? It's starting to bother me. I can't really put backs on my earrings anymore because it's getting big. And she's like, no, that's not a cyst. So therefore, that's when my journey started. I went to an ear, nose, throat, and he had me go do a CT, which actually was kind of poor quality, but he just said, I don't feel comfortable doing this one. It's definitely in a different area. He said, I'm surprised it is what it is because of where it's at. Usually they're up in the front because that's where your parotid gland is. And referred me to a specialist at UW Health in Madison, Wisconsin, and had my MRI. Well, first I had the biopsy, I should say. Went to visit the doctor and had the biopsy, which he said was benign. Had my MRI just about 2 weeks ago now. I haven't heard any results from that, good or bad. Sounds like that I will be hearing tomorrow because that's when the surgery is. And I don't really care about any scar. Scar gives you something to talk about, I guess. The big thing I care about is having my facial movement, my eyebrows. Eyebrows I don't even care about actually, but facial drooping. And if that's what God has planned for me, I guess I'll get over it. But here we are, night before, and am I nervous? Of course. But it's all in God's hands, literally. I have no control over anything. And I'm feeling all the love and prayers that everybody's been sending, constantly. I'm getting texts, and I wanted to tell everybody too that the biggest thing that, besides family and friends giving you that support, is there was a forum that I looked up on Google, good old Google, and actually there's a page on Facebook that I joined. They explained what was going on with my findings, and they accepted me, and I just kind of stalked around on there a little bit and finally got the courage the other day to post my story and about when my surgery is. But it's an unbelievable resource. All of these stories that these people have gone through, and a lot of advice on what to expect. And the one that I did join, which was amazing, there's I think 2,600 members, which is big. They said this is a very common thing, but I know a lot of people and I haven't met anybody else that has had this done. So, and maybe if they did, I just don't know about it. So, but the one on Facebook is called Parotid People, and it's a great resource. I was reading some stories last night. What happens is, so I put my story down, and then people started commenting, and you can click on their name and then kind of read what their story is. And the story I read last night of this 80-year-old woman and what she's been through, I just was crying because, she's had all these different cancers and all this stuff. She had her parotidectomy, like I'm going to have tomorrow. She had it 48 years ago, and now something's come back, and and her husband has passed away, and she's got to do all this by herself. And it was so touching. But yeah, so reach out to people. Like I said, I have never met anybody else that has had this done, so I feel a little lonely. And it is an outpatient procedure, but it's still something that can affect your life. There's so many people that have developed paralysis, and it's like you have to weigh the options. Do I want to leave it and have it develop into something sinister, the big C? Definitely not. I am a grandma. And I'm a grandma, and they expect me to be around. So life is actually really good. I really couldn't get through this without my faith in God, and I hope that you have something to get you through it too. So now that I'm a mess, this is my unfiltered look. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but when you start talking about your grandbabies, the oldest she's 18 months. My grandson that's turning a year. Actually, we're having the party here at our house, his first birthday party on the 23rd of September, so I'm hoping to be fairly unswollen and things, but if I am, I don't care. And then our little granddaughter, she is going to be 6 months, and then we have another granddaughter on the way, so we're busy. I don't have time to mess around with cancer and things like that, so I want to get this over and done with and move on. So like I said, if my video helps you, I hope so. You're definitely not alone. And if you do feel alone, reach out. There's so many different groups, and fell in love with the one that I found on Facebook. They're great and super supportive, unbiased. Sometimes family can get uncomfortable with, things that might happen. And my husband kind of yells at me a little bit about, reading too much into stuff. But so anyways, this is my night before my surgery. I will see you on the other side. I should be done by tomorrow night, and if I'm up to it, I'll do a video with my big Q-tip head maybe, but probably the day after that I get done. So to all of you, send good wishes, and God bless. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.